What's up everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto and welcome to this quick video in which 40 minutes before the inflation rate hits, or at least the news comes out, I wanted to make a quick video which I promised everyone of what to expect after the inflation rate. So that's what we'll do in this video. It will be a very quick video because I don't want to waste too much time and I want as many people to see it before it's happened, as possible, as many as possible people. So you might ask, who's that guy in the picture? That's Jerome Powell, or in the thumbnail, that's Jerome Powell. And why does that matter? It's because one of the main reasons why the inflation rate is that important for crypto is because the higher the inflation rate, the more the interest rate needs to go up, right? And the interest rate is all decided by the Federal Reserve and Jerome Powell. He's the head of the Federal Reserve. But apart from that, it also signals other things. So let's get right into it. It's actually not that difficult, all right? The only thing you should know is that the inflation rate, previously it was this. Now the consensus is what is expected that it will be. Like it's the consensus between all kinds of experts. And by the way, you can check this out at myfxbook.com/the economic calendar right here. So that's what's expected. And basically the market is going to move according to whether we are going to be higher than expected, which is bearish, or lower than expected, which is bullish. All right, higher than expected, that means that the inflation rate it's more than we expect. So then the interest rates also maybe need to go up more than we expect, and higher interest rates are bad for crypto. Might sound difficult. If it really sounds difficult, just remember higher inflation rate than the consensus, bad, lower, good. So now let's actually get into what it does for Bitcoin. And basically all other cryptos will follow what it does to Bitcoin, but the lower the market cap, the more volatile it probably is. And that counts to all cryptos up to like a 50 million market cap. Under that, it becomes a little bit more shady, right? All right, so as I said, basically what we'll do is, and I'll grab a good Bitcoin chart. Basically what we'll do, we're dropping right now, which was as expected. But what's going to happen? There's basically three scenarios, all right? There's two scenarios of what could happen. It's higher than expected, it's lower than expected. If it's lower than expected, I think we're doing something like this. We're going to get to 20,000, find some resistance there, and try to break that, all right? So that for Bitcoin, that would be in the upcoming days would be like a 7 to 9% gain. So for other cryptos, that would probably be 10 to 12%. For most in the top 100 at least. That's at least what I think, all right? I could be wrong about this, but I generally do think that it's going to be very bullish if it's lower than expected, because we haven't had that in a while. If it's higher than expected, which is bearish, what we're probably going to do, I think we're going to have quite a big drop, down to 17,600. So from where we are right now, that's about a 6% drop. All right, so you're thinking, well, that's not that big of a drop. I know 17,600 is a very strong support level, but there is a chance that if that actually happens, that will also break through that level. So I cannot guarantee that that's going to hold, but I think it will. I know how that sounds, but I think it will. But to be honest, it would be a very massive hit to the crypto markets if it's again higher than expected. Now a third scenario is actually again if it's higher than expected, but what could also happen, and that happened, I wanted to grab some timing with us. That happened the 13th of July. 13th of July. We also had inflation rate numbers for the United States. What happened? Higher than expected. Like 0.2 and 0.3% higher were the inflation rate and the core inflation rate. That's quite a lot. That's quite a lot higher. What happened the 13th of July? We started our massive bull run, which eventually brought us up to 24 and 25,000. And why that happened, it's hard to say, but maybe it just was that the sentiment around the market was very scared of that inflation rate, and when it was out, even though it was bearish, we still got that move. And that could also happen. The chances of that are very unlikely, but it's like a 10%, like 10, 20% chance, 10, 15. While the other scenarios are like both like a 45% chance. It all depends just on what we do, right? But that happened, and there are some similarities as to as we did then and what we're doing right now. Now we've also just the last hour seen quite a big drop, last 2 hours. Then we also did that, had quite a big drop, and then eventually it was more of a bear trap and we went up. So that's also a possible scenario. It just really depends on what happens with the news event. I'm going to try really hard to live stream, all right? So keep an eye out for that. But for now, I'd like to thank you all for watching and listening, and I hope to see you all in my next videos. Take care today, and bye, and be careful.